Kamehameha! Hey guys, welcome to another video, and in this one we'll be covering Hulk's newest uniform, the Titan Hulk. As for the build goes, he's level 80 tier 3. I still haven't tier 4'd him yet because I'm saving my resources for Sentry. His gears are at level 25 with 6-star Uru equipped and no Odin's blessings. His skills are at level 6. I do have type enhancement rank 5. As for the ISO 8 set, I'm using Protect the Captain, which I'll explain a bit later why. I do have his artifact at 4 stars, and for all the tests and all the clips I'm going to show you I've been using the mighty CTP of regeneration. His uniform is at normal. Now, why I'm using Protect the Captain ISO 8 set? It's because all of his skills, if you take a look, all of his skills deal physical damage as a percentage of his HP. So the more HP he has, the more damage he'll deal. And this is why the HP stat is the most important stat when you build your Hulk, if you want to get his damage to a maximum. And this is the reason why I'm using the CTP of regeneration, which is the only CTP apart from CTP of refinement that gives max HP. So Protect the Captain gives us additional max HP, 8.5%, and as well as some decent PvP stats like all basic defenses, dodge, recovery rate, and crowd control time, and this amazing proc which increases his all basic defenses by 40% when he's hit. So now that I've shown you the build, let's get to the PV test first, and we'll follow it up with the PvP test before we come to the conclusion if this uniform is worth your crystals or not. For the rotation, because the character is really proc friendly, you essentially want to cancel all of his skills into the 5th skill and let the 5th skill play out. 5th skill is an infinite skill and will last as long as the Hulk is not interrupted or you interrupt him manually. When the 6th skill is available, you can either cancel 1, 2, 3 and 4 into the 6th skill, and then when he slams the ground, delay cancel into the 5th skill and let the 5th skill play out. Your other option is to start with the 6th skill and delay cancel it when he slams the ground before going into your regular rotation, 1 cancel 2, cancel 3, cancel 4, cancel 5. For the PvE test, I tested him without using damage proc and without using strikers and supports, and first against stage 39 of Null, which he managed to clear the stage fully with 1 minute and 49 seconds left. Later, I tested him against stage 44 of Mephisto, against who he has the type disadvantage, but still managed to clear the stage fully with 37 seconds left. Against Ultron, I could only test him on stage 29 and he crushed that stage with 2 minutes and 54 seconds left. Finally, I took him against Gore stage 44 and he also managed to clear the stage fully with over a minute left. Following the World Boss test, I took him into the ABX and using an optimized team as I am missing Abomination and a CTP of regeneration, he managed to score 10.5 million, which is amazing for level 80 tier 3 character, and I'm sure that if I had him at tier 4 and I had Abomination with a proper CTP, he could get the maximum score in this game mode. I followed it up with the ABL test, and there he managed to score 4.2 million with a CTP of regeneration at tier 3, so again a decent score for tier 3 level 80 character using a CTP of regen. Following the PvE test, I took him to Timeline battle with 2 supports, Colossus and Wasp, and a mighty CTP of regen. And in this clip, he is facing level 70 Sentry, tier 4 Thanos, and tier 4 Jean Grey. As you can see, with a mighty CTP of regen, which is not his optimal PvP CTP, he's still able to score some kills and win some fights. However, the character does have some problems which will limit him in being the top pick for PvP in the long run. The character has 2 problems which are kinda connected to each other and amplify each other. The first problem is that his iframe ignore, which he does have, is on his 3rd skill, and it has a 7 seconds cooldown, which is in this meta kinda too long for an iframe skill to have. Granted, when he uses 3rd skill, he usually one-shots pretty much every single character in the game unless CTP of Authority or Conquest proc activates and saves them. His second problem is that he does not have an iframe in any of his skills, so he's not able to avoid damage against characters. So whenever he uses his third skill, if the character somehow survives, the Hulk in the Titan uniform will just stay there and take damage while waiting for his third skill, because he can't really hide in the iframe. This is especially noticeable versus reflect characters like Silver Surfer, and it really hinders his performance in timeline battle. Even though the character does have those problems I mentioned in PvP, it does not mean that the character is unusable in PvP. It just means that he will struggle to be a top contender for PvP, especially in the timeline battle, but he'll definitely be able to play it there and trade blows with the current meta characters and be used in modes like Otherworld Battle and Alliance Conquest. Overall, this uniform is really flexible in both PvE and PvP game modes. If you want the character to be a hybrid and usable in both PvE and PvP, something like a Reforged CTP of Regeneration or Refinement would probably be your ideal options. However, the character is also ABX meta and will end up replacing Dr. Octopus, or at least I think so, and if you want to get max scores in those game modes, a CTP of Rage or Reforged CTP of Rage would be your ideal option in that case. If you want the character to be at its most powerful in PvP, you probably want to give him a Reforged CTP of Conquest, as he lacks iframes and he is really susceptible to reflect damage, and when Clash proc activates from CTP of Conquest, he becomes immune to the reflect damage. If you're a new player, as the character is really proc friendly, you could give him something like double max HP proc Obelisk, and he'll really perform well in world boss pushing and score decently in both ABX and ABL. If you have any comments about the build or your roster in general, or Marvel Future Fight in general, you can hit me up in the comments down below or join Discord and ask me there. And if you enjoyed the video, you can leave a like or even subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.